Hi, fellow traders. This is Joe Gruender from InvestorsHelp.net. If you recall, on Sunday evening, I put out a short video bringing AVGO to your attention and suggesting that we should keep our eyes on AVGO this week to see if we can get a nice bounce. In other words, to make some money in this stock. If you recall, we looked at this weekly chart. I mentioned that AVGO was forming a base in this area. As you can see, it had a nice run up on this weekly chart, AVGO. So let's take a quick look at a daily chart. Okay, here we are on the daily chart. So let's take a closer look to see what's going on. As we mentioned, here it is, Sunday evening between Friday and Monday. I had suggested that we take a look at this. It is in a squeeze at that time as designated by these red balls. Don't worry if you don't understand this. I'm going to come up with some additional videos for you going into some depth on how you use these technical indicators. So we did have the pullback on Monday, and then let's look at what happened today. We had a tremendous bounce. As you can see here, the lines that we have drawn here are Fibonacci retracement lines, and price did retrace from its high at 108.34 10 days or so ago. It came down to a little below the 68.2 fib level and bounced off of that. So this is usually an area of support. Once again, we'll talk more about that in a future video. Still is in a squeeze, so we had a nice bounce here today. It was up $4.80 for 4.69%. Hopefully some of you day traders out there took advantage of this quick pop. Now the question is, how could you have caught this pop? Well, what did you do? You go to a quicker or shorter time frame. In other words, we go to the 1 hour chart, and let's take a look at what that is. So here we are. This was Sunday when I made the video. We did come down all the way here. Let's look at this trend line. Perhaps you didn't see that. As you see, we have this trend line drawn from the high back here on the 28th of January. Touches this point here and comes all the way down. When price broke above this, it continued up, and subsequently yesterday it did come all the way down here to, once again, it found support not only at the 61.8% fib level, but also on this down sloping trend line. So let's see what happened today. Let's enlarge it a little more. Okay, here we are for today. Yesterday, Monday, it was down. It found support in this area here and took off today beautifully. So for those of you who are day traders, you could have picked up a good $3, maybe $4 per share, which is a nice move today. So the question is, if you're not a day trader, what do you do now? No problem with that. Before we go to that, though, look at here. This is, I'm going to teach you in the future where these multiple moving averages come together and price breaks out above this congestion. As you see here, this is a rainbow indicator. It breaks above that, and once it's above that, usually, I shouldn't say usually, frequently, it's clear sailing. But now let's take a closer look. I know most of you don't look at 5-minute charts, but I'd like to do that for you. In case some of you out there are day traders or you want to become day traders. I day traded for a couple years. Then I got tired of sitting and watching the screen many hours during the day. So what does a day trader do? A day trader will go to like a 5-minute chart, or they could go to a tick chart. And let's see what happened. You see, look at this rainbow indicator. It continues down. Price was below this rainbow indicator, and once it popped up, it went up above. It came back to support. You see what I mean? And then it found support where it broke out, and then it continued up in a great run for today. Now, what am I looking for? I don't want to be a day trader. So I'm looking for the same idea on a 1 hour chart. Let's go back to the 1 hour chart. And as we can see here, what I'm looking now for this price, it's at resistance. There's a high to the left. It's at resistance. I want this to pull back to this area here. And I'm believing that when this area, when price retraces to this area, it will find support on top of all of these moving averages. At that time, in most cases, it will reverse and start back up. That's where I get into my trade. So I'm waiting. I did not get into the trade. I'm not a day trader, but I'm looking for that to happen. Now, here's something. Look at this one long candle here. I'm going to give you a clue. Most people don't know this, but this is one of the things that I learned when I was a day trader. This then has a high probability of price continuing up as early as tomorrow. Well, let's examine this a little more. Let's go to the 1 minute chart. I want to see how much volume occurred on that one tick. Okay? So here it is, way down here. It caused that long candle. What's the volume? Well, here you don't know. So what we have to do, we have to go and add the volume. So we click on the wrench. I know you can't see all of this. We're going to click on equities because that's what we're looking at, an equity. Click on show volume, and then click on apply and click on OK. Okay, so now we have volume. So what is the volume on this low tick? Right there. That's, as you can see here, 130,300 shares. So does anyone want to guess what's happening here? What caused this? What is happening, at least in my opinion, is that the market makers, believing that the price is going to go up tomorrow, they're picking up all your stops. Many of you put your stops. Oh, I'm going to put a stop here, stop here, stop here, just in case it retraces. The market makers see that, and they believe the price is going up tomorrow, so they're picking up all of your stocks, all of your shares, I should say 130,000 shares. So let's see if that happens tomorrow, if price retraces slightly and then starts up. When it does, to me, that's the right time to move back into the stock or move into the stock for the first time. As I mentioned on Sunday, it has very strong fundamentals. As we noticed here on the 1 hour chart, we have price moved up very strong. I'm looking for a slight pullback before we resume the climb, and then the breakout out of the area of consolidation, or as we say, the consolidation area. What's the word I'm looking for? It just slipped my mind. I guess that's the problem of being a senior citizen. As I explained the other day, it's a breakout point, right? The breakout point. Okay, hopefully you made some money today. If you're a day trader, what a beautiful day to make money. I was not sitting here. I was out on my walk and doing a variety of other things. I'm sure if I had been sitting here watching this price action, I would have gotten in and grabbed a couple points, maybe 3 points, made a quick, $600, $1,200 in a matter of a few hours and called it a day. But anyway, we have tomorrow to look forward to. So I hope you enjoyed this video. You learned some ideas. I'm going to be sharing more during the coming weeks on all the indicators I use, how you use them, what's the logic, what's the strategy behind each. And I'm going to share with you the Investors Help Rainbow 9 strategy, which this is. This is a Rainbow 9 strategy. So I'll be putting that up at our Investors Help website, and I'll probably provide a notification through a blog. So check back often, and we got you covered. You take care. Looking forward to making some money tomorrow. This is Joe Gruender saying so long for this evening. Bye for now.